Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Yoshi, man. Last time we did a bunch of duels. We dueled against Yugimoto, we also dueled against Bakura, and we also dueled against Joey Wheeler. We won all of them. We also bought some packs and we got some amazing cards. We got some good pulls, some amazing pulls. We got the Graceful Charity, we got Pot of Greed. It's a very elusive card and it's very cryptic. And it's really hard to, explain what it does. But all jokes aside, I'm going to talk to this guy. Hey, I just saw a duel for the first time, and these monsters appeared, and they were all realistic and scary, and they were roaring and growling, and oh, you knew that already. Okay, that was just a random passenger. Let's hop on to a real duelist. Hopefully this is a real one, and yeah, this is a real duelist, depending how you see it. I may be an amateur when it comes to combos and technique, but you won't find item. Oh fuck, yeah, I really butchered this one because I pressed the A button so quickly. But anyway, this is Joe Wheeler from last episodes, and he wants to win against us because we won against him. But we're not going to let him win. Can't let him do that. Although we have a terrible hand, a lot of spells that we cannot utilize very well, so we have to defend. But on the other hand, these are kind of good spell cards. There's a lot of combos you can do. We have Stimpack, we have a Eternal Rests. You can actually basically do a combo if your opponent has a really strong monster, which can actually happen. So you can equip the Stimpack and then use Eternal Rest. It's actually, a -1 in terms of card economy, but destroying a very strong monster, it's actually worth it. And he's using Skull Dice. And he's having tough luck with Skull Dice. But that's really fine by me because I'm actually benefiting from it. But also not activating Stimpack because I don't know, I want to play this a bit safe. But then again, I shouldn't have because the X-Raider is going to owe me and he's going to damage me and I'm gonna be very sad. Oh my god, look at me, I'm so sad. Well, I kind of sound like sarcastic. A bit like, D-bag. Should I do a risky play? Let's go balls to the walls. I don't give a crap. I will use Stimpack, just powering up my monster. But the monster will lose attack during the standby phases, so not really reliable at all. It's also not reliable to use it on the opponent's monster. So that boost is actually, more helping him than it's actually, than the decrease. Over time my monster will get weaker, so have to be careful. Well, I can actually play as a Viking, so I'm gonna do this. And I'm gonna use Stop Defense because he has some, high defense monsters as well from my recollection, and it's just a baby dragon. So cute. But not good enough. I mean, it's not cute enough because my lady is much cuter. The lady of the... what's it called? It's a beautiful hat and dress. Okay, that's not cute at all. No. Don't throw at that woman. She will behead you. Like that one dragon. I can also use sort of Dark Destruction. Maybe it will be the better play, because I forgot it was actually a dark monster, so kinda embarrassing. But yeah, let's make it more overpowered. Doing some reckless plays. I totally don't recommend playing like this. This is playing like oatmeal. Also, that one tune just went silent. Or maybe it's my microphone, I don't know. Or it's the emulator. Because, you know, emulators are kinda JP when it comes to, you know, emulated stuff. But this emulator at least gets the job done. It's actually a really nice emulator. I'm using the Desumi or Desmumi. It's really hard to pronounce. And he's going to attack with Rocket Warrior, which is pointless because the decrease is only temporarily. I'm saying temporarily, it's more temporary. It's only until the end of the turn, so not really that useful. And I think I won. That's very easy. It's like GG easy. GG easy. And this woman will chop your head off. Seriously, it's such a vicious card. She may be beautiful, but she is bold and merciless. There we go. Joey has been beaten once again. He really had some shit draws. He kinda, you know, hit the brake, as they say. I'm going to duel him again? Yeah. I may be an amateur when it comes to combos and techniques, but you won't find anyone who fights harder than me. Yeah, that's what he actually is saying. Bring it on! Well, his technique, he has also only technique. His technique is actually, you know, basically look-based cards. That's it. That's his only strategy. And it can work in this situation. But in most situations, it's not reliable. I mean, this is such, you know, casual shit. And this is one of his look-based cards. It's a dangerous machine type 6 or 8. Yeah, it's 6 figures. Because, you know, if you roll a die, it's always or it's mostly a 6 die. Unless it's some sort of a these special dice. Like there are like, you know, 20 sides. So I have to discard one. Oh, I don't want to discard. That's lame, you know. And this is... Oh my god. Shite. I have to do something. Hopefully it doesn't have a spell card. Yes! Got rid of that. Yes, 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 girl! There's the baby dragon. But he cannot get over it. My prevent red. So I've been thinking that he might have Time Wizard in his hand. Which is bad, because Time Wizard can potentially, you know, get rid of my field if he calls it right. And we also have to deal with the X-Raider. So I think I'm going to get rid of the baby dragon. Maybe I want, because I want to keep my mystical elf in my hands. So I have a backup. And yeah, this is kinda bad luck right there. So my dragon gets destroyed. And to be fair, Joey shouldn't have activated Graceful Dice, because that's a bit of a greedy play, because he can actually get over my dragon. But then again, he still have 2 monsters on the field, so I can also see why Joey wants to get all the monsters on the field to keep all of his. And this is a bit of a dangerous situation because I don't have a lot of cards. So I might be either defending or attacking, or like, you know, attack one of his monsters. But I will keep everything as it is. So hopefully it doesn't roll a 5. Ah! Kak! Stoned. Yeah, that is actually, you know, Flemish for shit. So he can attack me directly, which is bad, because I'm gonna be at some low life points. And seriously, he rolls like very conveniently. You never have a backdraw effect once. That's kinda shitty. Yeah, I'm gonna defend. That's the uh, obvious play you can do. Hopefully it's a 6, because I don't want to see that card anymore. And it's a 2, so I still have to discard. Are you fucking shitting me? Seriously, I only have to discard cards and such. This is such bullcrap. This game is so rigged, you know? Giving Joey all the good RNG. And what the fuck is he doing? Don't do that! Don't you dare! Don't you dare! Seriously, what the fuck, Joey? I think I'm going to go balls to the walls because I'm forced to do that. You know? I don't give a crap about the background now. I just want to get that fucking time wizard out of my eyes. Be gone! There we go. At the second main phase, activating time wizard. You're such a fucking neat, Joey. Being like salty right here. You fucking shitlords. Well, that's actually, you know, winning by luck. Oh well. It's GGBG. I'm not salty, I promise I'm not salty. I can dry mouth because I'm so salty. Let's drink. Well, at least I can activate one card. Let me activate something. Just out of spite. Seriously. You just won by luck. That's kinda shitty. Ah, Joey. There we go. You lose. You are the loser. Joey is the winner. Our second loss of the day. I mean, of this Let's Play, at least. Oh well, let's return. There's actually nothing you can do. Sometimes, you know, luck of, you know, the die roll. And sometimes luck of the draw as well. But yeah, I don't have bad draws, so it's more like, you know, the die has spoken. So yeah, after it's, you know, midnight, you will be forced into your bedroom because for obvious reasons, you don't want to, you know, stay up for like, you know, the whole night. So this is your PC. You go and check your mail and whatnot. It's mostly not so important, but it can be helpful if you want to track some stuff with some information they give you about new stuff. This is the duelist information. You can check your records, how many times you have won and lost against that duelist. And that emoticon indicates how the duelist is feeling about you. So it's most of them are neutral. But they can become your friends if you duel them a lot more. So that's actually kind of a cool feature. And if they added you to, you know, the duelist kind of thingamajig, you know, the duel system, you can actually add them to your friends and you can track them if they're around. So that's actually a very nice feature. You can also edit your deck here. That's what I forgot to explain about this. So I'm actually going to get rid of sort of die destruction, and I'm actually deciding to use a paralyzed potion because I don't know, I feel like I need more protection because protection is key. Also, treasure chests, you can save your game right here. So always recommend to save your progress, especially if you're not on an emulator. So where you cannot use save states, which I do, because I use save states after every video, so I can, you know, pick up the game where I left off. It's very easy for me, and it's also just in case there's a failed recording, when the audio is kind of japed or something is or something has happened to the video, or you know, corruptions, basically. But yeah, what I was trying to say, you know, it's really recommendable to save, because especially when it's getting nighttime, it's actually, you know, when it's the best time you can actually, you know, save your progress. But I will elaborate on that later. I've also forgot to mention this duel table, where you can, you know, get some tutorials, you can check them out and whatnot. But you may notice these basics and stuff already. We also have the puzzle section of this, but I'm not doing this until the end of this Let's Play. I want to do a separate video about these puzzles. But yeah, for right now I'm going to duel some more. Maybe one more duel, maybe two. It depends of where the duels are going. Let's see if we find someone. No, here's Thea. I'm gonna be as great as Yugi and Joey. It's time to duel! Yeah, no, you're not gonna be as great as Joey. Well, to be fair, Joey is already a noob. He used luck-based cards, and I'm so salty. Oh, I'm so salty! Well, anyway. Thea's so easy. But let's see what she's actually going to accomplish. Maybe she will do some cute strategies. I'm gonna summon my crawling dragon, because that's the basic ass play you can do. If she doesn't have really strong cards, she has Scalangel though, and its effect is allows her to draw one card once as you know, her flip effect activates. So it's basically just a draw card. But you have to sacrifice your normal summon, which is kinda ugh. It's not really recommendable to run that, but certain decks it can work. And yeah, Theos was actually doing a combo with, you know, some wishes and Scalangel, so she gains more life points. So she's more like a defensive player. Maybe too defensive for my liking, because her deck doesn't actually contain a winning condition. It will be better if she runs some more burn cards, but I don't know. That's just me though. Maybe she will run some better cards in the future, because yeah, some duelists will update their decks or use other decks, so the game is more interesting. I can really like when the duelists change their decks. I really like that Konami implement that kind of thing, so they won't stick around with these cards. So it's more interesting to duel against certain characters. Yes, and even Joey will eventually update his deck, but they will all get tougher though. So I don't really mind getting them tougher. It's as long as Joey don't use these annoying ass luck-based cards. I don't know. I feel like, you know, getting on a tangent, but you have to admit it's bullshit. And I want to tribute summon Kazigen just for the lulz. It's like, you know, this kind of YOLO thing. I'm going to activate Stimpack, makes my Kazajan overpowered, like 3k beater. It's a Skull Angel once again. Oh, I kinda like these old cards. I mean, it's not so complicated as of right now. These cards, these are simpler at times, and nowadays you have to do all these kind of convoluted strategies. And I mean, to be fair, nowadays Yu-Gi-Oh can be quite fun to play if you know some strategies. I mean, doing some combos with, you know, the new Yu-Gi-Oh is really fun to watch. I've watched some, you know, some duels, and oh, there's some appeal to it, you know, the new Yu-Gi-Oh. Some people are saying that, you know, the game is too fast, and yes, I can agree that the game is nowadays Yu-Gi-Oh is quite fast and fast-paced and whatnot, because you can constantly special summon monsters over and over again, because this will trigger that. And if you have some, it depends actually on your, you know, deck builds, but you can do some insane combos, like seriously. You can actually, you know, win duels doing that shenanigans. But Konami usually it's usually actually competent when it comes to balancing the game. Well, kind of competence. They mostly ban the right cards, from history speaking. They never let cards like, you know, that are really overpowered run over the game. Although there's another argument, because if there are some newer cards that are overpowered, Konami won't hit them instantly, because Konami would also want to sell these products. But yeah, that's more like, you know, business standpoint, and I can see why they won't do that, because they're obviously going to, otherwise they will shoot them in. What's the saying again? Otherwise they will shoot on their own foot, and yeah, it's not going to be very productive for them, because they want to sell products. But from a game perspective, yeah, it's not really fun. But yeah, balancing the game as like Yu-Gi-Oh, it's really tough, because most trading card games have a set rotation. What I mean by that is there's a limited card of pool that can be used in tournaments, and after that, yeah, they cannot. And after that format, they cannot be used on that on the next format. In Yu-Gi-Oh, it's not the case. They have a ban list, and yes, in this game there's also a ban list. Obviously, you know, an older ban list. So they actually balance things out and, you know, ban the problematic card, or limiting some other cards and whatnot. So the game is more like, you know, balanced. And we dual tear once again. Because, you know, back in the old days, you have too many good cards. Especially when that one set was out, Invasion of Chaos. This is where, you know, shit hit the fan. There were a lot of, you know, general plays you can do. So, yeah, it was really too powerful, let's be real. You can do some amazing combos, like, you know, use Chaos Emperor Dragon and do a combo with Sangan, and then with Sangan you can add Yalta Garasa and then just end the game. because Yatagarasu was also one of these problematic cards where when it inflict battle damage to your opponent cannot draw. And since when you use the effect of Chaos Emperor Dragon, you can all the cards on the field and on all players' hands will send to the graveyard, and your opponent takes damage. So if your opponent isn't dead on the burn damage, you can still use that combo with Sengen, because when Sengen is sent from the field to the graveyard, you can actually add a monster with 1500 attack or less, or you can also use Witch of the Black Forest too, but that goes by defense. So you can actually search your Yatagarasu and yeah, just go from there. And then you just summon that Yatagarasu, but you have to keep in mind that you haven't used your normal summon yet. So in a way you have to get your cards on the field without normal summoning. So that's very interesting. I don't know, that sounds a little bit convoluted now to come to think to it, but yeah, there are some revival cards or cards that allows you to special monsters into the grave from the grave. But anyway, I've been rambling too much about old Yu-Gi-Oh! But this is not the format that we're now facing in this game. It's more like really balanced format actually. Some more skillful format. It's a very slow format though, but that's actually okay. But then again, duels can last longer nowadays, because of all these combos you have to do in a turn. I mean, dude, Yu-Gi-Oh! Is much more combo oriented, and I think it can be a good thing or a bad thing, because if the combos are really, if you can actually do a one-turn kill or a first-turn kill even, yeah, there's gonna be problems. And actually, it also happens in old Yu-Gi-Oh! As well. There are some combos you can still do on the old Yu-Gi-Oh! Game. But I've been rambling for enough, so on that note, I hope you guys and gals enjoyed this episode. Leave a comment, like, subscribe, and do all this good stuff. And I will see you in the next one. Take care, and bye-bye!